Hi, my name is Zerna the Trainer, and welcome back to my Renegade Platinum Hardcore Nuzlocke. Last time we got the Johto starters and made our way to Valley Windworks, so today we'll be able to take on Mars, which is exciting. We'll try to make our way through Eterna Forest as well, some surprises there. And yeah, we'll just see how far we make it today. So, looking at our crew here, I think we really are just going to want to prep for Mars. We took care of everyone in Valley Windworks. Although something I actually want to do before we take on Mars is that... Do I have Eevee in my party? I do not. So let's just run back real quick and get Eevee. So, and just double checking here that we do have Covet. We do. So we can bring you in. And I guess we don't need Charmeleon for now. I love that we have Alex Turner, the Pachirisu. I'm very, very excited to use Pachirisu. Couldn't get Nellikid, but we'll work with the Pachirisu. And we lost a Pikachu, but we'll work with the Pachirisu. So I am grabbing Bowie here right now because if we go over to... Oh, wait, I don't have Jars of Honey yet, do I? I don't think I do. No, that's after we do the whole... Oh, I do have honey. I have 10 jars of it. What am I saying? Okay. So if we go over here... We already have our encounter for Valley Windworks. However, there's an interesting new mechanic in Renegade Platinum where when you use a jar of honey, it spawns a Pokemon automatically. It's not like you have to wait 6 hours and then come back and have the encounter that way. So we can use honey jars repeatedly to get whatever Pokemon we want. And what I'm looking for right now is Munchlax, because Munchlax has a chance to hold leftovers. I want to get at least one. I want to see if I can get multiple. We'll see how many we can get within a slew of using honey jars. But yeah, and the way we're going to steal it is by using Bowie's Covet. We don't have Thief yet, but we can use Covet in order to get items. We're not holding an item right now, so we're all good to go on that front. I also am gonna I'm probably also gonna want to check to see what level up moveset Munchlax has, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So let's just go ahead and lather some honey. Slack off. Word. Okay. We'll just skip through everyone that isn't a Munchlax. You know, we could actually also probably... actually, I need to figure out a way to turn off the audio for this while still being able to play. Config emulation settings. There's a way to do it. Config, sound settings, sound core, none, direct sound interface. Okay, great. Great. So this way we can just vibe. Okay. Just see when we can get a Munchlax here. How many honey jars do I have, too? There's a Munchlax, okay. Moment of truth. Does it work to covet? I guess there's a chance for it to have leftovers or not. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. We got leftovers. We can run away. Awesome. How many jars of honey do I have left? 2. Okay. Can I get more? Let's see. Do I have the funds? Let's buy 10. Oh, yeah, we're chilling. We're big chilling. Let's just start with 10. Another Munchlax. Do we get a second leftovers? Nope. Okay. I feel like if I can get 3 leftovers, maybe that would be nice. Okay. It's nice we got 1 already. Apom's giving us a little bit of trouble with running away. Did I use up all the honeys? Oh, damn. All right. Oh, I meant to buy 10. Just buy another 10. That'll be good. All right. Let's see how many we can get. How many more we can get here. Okay. Covet leftovers. Wait. Oh, because I'm holding leftovers. Oh my god. Okay. All right, well, I can't do anything now then. Oh, I'm so silly. I should have... Oh, man, that sucks. We gotta take the leftovers so that we can steal more leftovers. Oy vey. Silly, silly Zerna. It'd be nice to get at least 1 more leftovers. 3 would be solid. 3 would be solid. Okay. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Yeah. Great. We're going to take that. How many honeys are we looking at? Oh, that was the last one. Wow. Try for 1 more. You know, I'll get another 10 jars. And if we don't get within 10 jars, then so be it. Ah, shoot. I keep doing that. Oh my god, no. All right, 10. All right, well, now we have 12 chances. Okay. You're not holding an item, right? Yes, okay. Covet. Boom. All right, so we have 3 leftovers. Oh, wait. Well, right. Yeah. Duh. Item, take 3 leftovers. Great. We might as well use up some more of the honey jars. See if we can get any more. Four leftovers. I did think about not using more than one of the same item in the party at a time. So, for example, only one Pokemon could hold... So, for example, only one Pokemon could hold leftovers per battle. But I think since this is my first advanced difficulty ROM hack, that I just want to allow myself to use multiple leftovers if I want. That might be something I consider for future challenges, but for this time, I'm just going to allow myself to use as many of the same item as I want. So now we have 5. I have 4 more honey jars left, so I can see if I happen to get a 6th one, but if not, it's honestly all good. 2. I think there's 1 more honey jar left. Yeah. Oh well, that's alright. Yeah, okay, we're all good. So 5 leftovers. Not bad. Cool. Thank you, Bowie, for your service. So now we can plan for Mars. I think we could just... I want to just take a look real quick at... Wait, where's the first Mars? Yeah, there you are. That's what I thought. Level 19 is that level cap, and then just looking at, I think it's 26 for the Eternicity Gym level cap. Roserade 26, yeah. So I think we're fine to go to level 19 on everyone. Yeah. Except for Bowie. Although I could use the Moonstone. Do I want to do that? I think we're good on... Actually... Learn sets. We're gonna go to Umbreon. I think there was something I was waiting on for... Oh yeah, there's 6... Oh, I think I was waiting to evolve at level 16 exactly. Is there anything else I'm missing out on that... Refresh, Swift, Refresh, Wish. Oh, I was waiting on Wish. Yeah, I want Wish. I wish to have Wish. That would also get me confused, right? Okay. And that would put me at level 22. Okay, so we don't need to evolve Eevee quite yet. But we'll go to rare candies. I think we'll just pause this and then go to config. What was it? Sound settings, direct sound interface. Mean luck. I don't think I need that. I think we can always reteach if we need to. Magnitude sounds pretty nice. Could probably get rid of rollout. Or bulldoze? No, we don't want to get rid of Bulldoze. Let's get rid of Rollout. Alright. So everyone there is at level 19. More rare candying. Ah, cool. Livingston evolves into Bayleaf. I don't know if Bayleaf is going to really be coming to this fight, but cool to have it. Okay. Do you learn anything? Grass Whistle. Grass Whistle? 55 doesn't sound very enticing to me. I think we're good. What else we got here? Reflect, I will definitely take, I think. The question is Magical Leaf or Razor Leaf. Do we get rid of one of those? I forget if you're more of a... Oh yeah, I think you have a plus attack nature, actually. I'm more inclined to keep Magical Leaf, but... Yeah, let's get rid of Razor Leaf. Light Screen. Oh my gosh. I guess we don't need Poison Powder. I do like the... but that's tough. If you had Giga Drain, that would make it easier to not have Synthesis. I guess I could always teach... I guess I could always teach Light Screen once we get to Veil Sound, right? Light Screen. I feel like we can always reteach Light Screen or Reflect, but we can't always reteach Poison Powder. Or I guess you can do the move Relearner in Pastoria City. Yeah, let's get her Poison Powder. That's fine. No agility. Do you evolve yet? I don't think so. Yeah, okay. We might as well bring Rest. Foresight is interesting. Oh, we don't need Fury Swipes. We can definitely learn Rest there. We might as well bring Bon Iver to level 20 to be a Gyarados. The absolutely busted Gyarados. Welcome to the team, Gyarados. That's what happens. All right, this is the. There's a little jump cut there. I accidentally stopped the recording, but back into it. Bite. What time did I start? 12:40, I think. Right? Yeah, 12:40. Definitely we'll replace Splash with Bite. Great. So we have Gyarados. And Pachirisu. Nice. Vital Throw. Right. Never misses. Knock off, Fake Out, Focus Energy. You're pretty good, Mon. I like the Fake Out and the Knock Off. It's pretty nice. Do we need Focus Energy? Ah. Fudge, man. Here, hold on a second. Let me just see if I can... No, let's just... There we go. Perfect. I guess we don't need focus energy. I like the force palm, but also, do we really need vital throw? Yeah, you never know. Eminem climbing up the ranks. Smelling salts. What is that again? Inflicts damage, double damage on a paralyzed foe. It also cures the... we don't need that. Interesting move. Ross King. We're gonna bring you right up. Dragon Breath. As a horsey? That's crazy. Focus energy. Yeah, let's do that. Aurora Beam. Very interesting. Let's get rid of smoke screen. Bubble Beam. Get rid of water gun. Takedown, I don't think we need. Rosalia. Oh yeah, I think you evolve. Cool, so we get a Grotle. It's pretty dope. Sick. Alright. You get Bulldoze. That's pretty clutch. I don't think we need Absorb. Yeah. We don't need Absorb. And Alex Turner. The adorable little Pachirisu. Getting Hyper Fang. Unhinged. Spark, Charge Beam, Quick Attack. You actually have a pretty good moveset, honestly. We don't need to worry about Hyper Fang, I don't think. Probably does the same as a Stab Spark, for all I know. Cool. I think we're looking good, then. All right. So we will close this. Yep. We're gonna bring up. Yeah. Desktop. Where's good old PK Hacks? Great. Cool. So let's try that again. You're still syncing, or what's going on? Still syncing, I guess. I don't really want to do this without calcing it. My save file, I guess, is still syncing on my computer. I don't know why it's doing that, though, if it's just on my desktop. Oh, I think I have to close out of... Is that right? I have to close out of the ROM. Yeah, okay. We're good. We're good. All good. Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna export party to clipboard. And we're gonna go to our box. Gonna add it here. Perfect. Okay, and we have the Grodel, for example. We have Mars all ready to go. All right, so going back here, we'll go to the web view. Perfect. All right, awesome. So now we have a little calc session to figure out. I kinda, though, I didn't want you. I kinda want to bring you over here, though. That's still good, right? Yeah, great. All right. Or, no, actually, never mind, sorry. Recording, we're all good. Yeah, okay. All right, so this is Commander Mars. I think in the vanilla platinum, she has just the Zubat and the Perugly. But as you can see, we're also dealing with a Yanma, with Silverwind, Air Cutter, and Sonic Boom, as well as a Bronzor with Hypnosis, Extrasensory, Gyro Ball, Confuse Ray. Perugly has Hypnosis. Zubat has Toxic, so we're dealing with a lot of status moves. Do I have a way of quickly taking care of this Zubat? Charge Beam with a Magnet, pretty sure would kill this thing. Oh yeah, do we outspeed? Looks like we do. Alright, Alex Turner already showing up here. Do we have... I mean, that is nice, because then we don't have to deal with Toxic or Confuse Ray from the Zubat. That's pretty nice. What does Geodude do here? Rock Throw... Probably with a Muscle Band, I imagine, would kill, but it's also slower than... Oh, does that not affect... Oh, it does, but not enough. So it's slower and it doesn't do the job. Screw it. Let's go with this Pachirisu strat. I'm down for it. So we could take it out with a Charge Beam. Does Charge Beam... Can Charge Beam miss? Where can I see that? Stats? Moves. Okay, so let's look up Charge Beam. Move changes. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that if there are no changes, if it doesn't show up here, then it wasn't changed. That's gonna be my assumption. So if we go to Platinum, I just want to double check that it can't miss. Ooh, it does. It is 90% accurate. Interesting. Spark doesn't quite get the KO. I guess what we could do is... without a magnet, you... Damn, why... Why is Charge Beam a chance to miss? That's really annoying. We need Magnet to guarantee the KO. I could also attach a Person Berry, but then it doesn't guarantee the KO. So I almost don't know if that's, like, against the point. We could also Quick Attack the Zubat, have the Person Berry, and then try to take it out with Charge Beam, but then if it misses and it confuses us again, then we're screwed. If it also, also, what would it be like to bring in Beldum here? Zen Headbutt does have a 10% chance to miss. I'm guessing also with Muscle Band. Yeah, okay. Muscle Band guarantees the KO, but we're also slower, so we'd have to, if we miss, then that would not be ideal. You have Aurora Beam, right? It's not bad. Screw it. We bring in Gyarados. Oh, you have Bounce already. I mean, that's busted. But Bounce can also miss. How come I have a bunch of moves that are, like, not accurate at all? Bounce, Charge Beam, Rock Throw, like, it's all over the place. We could Bite twice. Just attach a Person Berry and then... Because I don't really care that much about Toxic, I don't think. Could do that. I really want to bring Pachirisu. Let's say that we kill the Zubat, right? What would be next? None of them have a super effective move. None of the other Pokemon have a super effective move. So I think it's just whatever is next in line, which it looks like it would be Bronzor with extra sensory. Okay. I mean, I guess it could be Perugly with Facade. Beldum is actually not going to be very good for this Perugly because of Feint Attack. But we do have Geodude, who might be able to take care of this thing fine. You have Brick Break. Do I have a way of putting any of her Pokemon to sleep? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't want to status this thing because of Facade. Go to Geodude. Hold on. Let's go back to Bronzor for a second. So if we have the Pachirisu out, it goes for extra sensory. I mean, I think we could just Charge Beam first and foremost if we have Magnet. Because it would probably... There's a good chance it would Hypnosis or Confuse Ray. What's a good way of taking out this Bronzor? I also wouldn't mind necessarily if it put us to sleep, because then we could go over to someone like Charmeleon and it wouldn't come in on a Hypnosis. Maybe it would come in on a Confuse Ray. But I could also attach a Person Berry and Dragon Rage it. Are we faster? We are, yeah. Okay. So if it came in on a extra sensory, we would then outspeed and Dragon Rage on the next turn. And then, or just Ember. We could Ember into Dragon Rage if we want to avoid the heal. So we could Ember, and then it would probably go for... It could very well go for Hypnosis or Confuse Ray. Which do I care about more? I guess we could go to someone like Beldum if we need to switch out, because it can't really do anything. Could just wait until it uses extra sensory or until it uses Hypnosis or Confuse Ray. And then go back to Charmeleon and take care of it. Yeah, okay. So we're looking at roughly like Charmeleon, Beldum, Pachirisu so far. When the Perugly comes in, We go to Geodude, for example. We can also bulldoze, which is good. We could definitely add a, I think we could definitely add a leftovers to Geodude here. It would be nice to be able to have protect, but I don't think that's going to be available to us. But we could just try to bulldoze it down and then maybe brick break. Yeah. I like leftover, because also, like, if it hypnosises, then, like, you could just try to stall it out, wait it out. I love that you have a naive plus speed nature Geodude. I love it. And the Geodude is actually also good for the Yanma. Ooh, Silverwind does a crap ton of damage. What the hell? Holy cow. That's so much damage. Easily dead to a crit. What if we go to someone like Charmeleon? Not that bad. Can Dragon Rage it. That would be pretty easy. Has speed boost, but I don't think that really matters. Oh, also got to keep in mind Monferno. I think Monferno does pretty well into this fight as well. This Purugly really hits it like a truck, though. I could try to bring it in on maybe like Feint Attack. And I could taunt it, but I don't know if that really is helpful for me, because then I can just like Mach Punch if I need a quick kill on this Purugly. I like the idea of that, though. Okay, so we're looking at... can I reorder these? Is that a thing? No, that would be nice. Oh well. Beldum, Geodude, Monferno, Charmeleon. I feel like Gyarados is just going to be like a really solid bring. Yeah, also because we can do Intimidate drops, which I like. That would bait Facade consistently, which we could go to Geodude, I guess. Maybe even... Oh, we could do something like bait Facade on Gyarados, bring in Beldum. That would bait Feint Attack, switch to Monferno, go for a Mach Punch kill, or low kick even. I like that. Okay, that's good. And then we have this Zubat. Oh no, the Zubat is the first thing. Never mind. Okay, we're good. And what's the... I think we could bring a 6th Pokemon. We have Charmeleon, Gyarados, Monferno, Geodude, Beldum, Pachirisu. Yeah, that's our team. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, like, 10% miss on Charge Beam would suck. But I think we could try for it. I mean, it could just Toxic us, I guess. Could very easily Confuse Ray. If it does confuse us, excuse me, then I think that we could go... I think we would go to Beldum. Yeah, because then that would only bait... I mean, it could bait Confuse Ray easily. Do we give you leftovers? I'm just trying to think of what to add to everyone. I think we'll definitely give you Magnet. I think for Beldum, we will... either Muscle Band or leftovers. Wish I had Wide Lens. Maybe leftovers makes sense, though. Zen Headbutt has a 75% chance to kill. I feel like that would pretty easily then bait Purugly, which could go for Fake Out, but I would definitely switch over to... I don't know if I would even... yeah, I wouldn't switch over to Monferno. I would probably switch over to Gyarados for an Intimidate drop. Yeah, because when you get -1 attack, you're barely doing anything, barring any crits. But you're even safe to a crit. Facade. Could also, when we have Gyarados in, just try to... I could attach a Aspire Berry, or I mean a Chesto Berry. Yeah, and then that way I can try to get off 2 bites, which then maybe if I somehow were able to successfully bring in Monferno and low kick, I could try for that. There's not as much of a need to give Gyarados leftovers, although I guess if I'm trying to use them for... well, no, actually, let's do leftovers, because I always just swap in and out while it's asleep and have it intimidate the Perugly. Get enough drops on it where I can go over to Geodude, who can comfortably sit and bulldoze / brick break. Even a crit on any of the moves is fine. Does that mean I don't need leftovers then necessarily? Yeah, let's do leftovers on Gyarados, but let's do Chesto on Geodude. That's kind of asking a lot for Geodude, but I think if we could do 1 or 2 bulldozes... Does that make you faster? No, we would need 2 bulldozes in order to make Monferno faster than the Perugly. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I think we definitely do Chesto on Geodude. I think also as long as we get maybe a bite off with Gyarados, then we can also bulldoze and then maybe Mach Punch. It depends on how much damage is put out, but... So for Monferno... I think Monferno really is just like going for quick KOs, so I think like leftovers is fine for... If I had Lumberries, that would be a pretty different story, but... Like, I could just, like, throw some Lumberries on some of these guys, but... I almost really want to bring Makuhita, but I don't think it's a good fit. It's good to keep in mind that I need 2 bulldozes in order to outspeed with Monferno for low kick. But I do have Mach Punch. What does a Muscle Band do here? Okay. I don't think it really matters. I don't need it in order to guarantee a KO. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna do Magnet on you. We're gonna do leftovers on you. Yeah, leftovers on you. We'll do Chesto on you. I guess leftovers on you? Or who I might have you up against the Zubat, so... No, let's do Persimberry on you. Persum, Chesto, leftovers, Magnet. Okay. Leftovers on Monferno. What? And then Charmeleon. What is there the most of? There's 2 Hypnosis. There really are just like status moves left and right. Also, just want to double check here that Silver Wind, Sonic Boom, Silver Wind Omni Boost would be pretty stressful too. Okay, let's assume some routing here. So we have Pachirisu against the Zubat. It takes it out. We bring in Bronzor. Maybe we get some damage off. It might do a status move. But whatever, we switch over to yeah, let's switch over to Charmeleon. We do an Ember Dragon Rage, but which do I care more about, Hypnosis or Confuse Ray? I think we do the Chesto Berry because if it confuses, we can always swap out and then swap back in. Yeah, so we'll do that, and we just do Ember into Dragon Rage. We take out the Bronzor. This would bring in Perugly, Bates Facade, switch over to Gyarados to get an attack drop. It does that. I mean, it might do Fake Out. It very easily could go for Fake Out too, but that's even better. We would just... We outspeed, right? Oh, we don't outspeed. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. It could Hypnosis. But I think that's fine. If that's the case, then it's going to go for Facade after that, which we would go to Geodude. And at -1 attack, that's not doing that much damage, which is good. If it gets double crit, what happens? So that would be 24.4. That's 48%. It doesn't even kill with double crit. Well, it can with a Facade crit into a Feint Attack crit. So if Facade crits, then if it goes to Feint Attack, we can honestly just go back into Gyarados. But then what? I wonder if I do want leftovers on Geodude. No, I think I want to do the Chesto Berry. I could just attack it, or I could drop it twice and then just keep trying to go for an attack. Could also just like wait until Gyarados wakes up and then try to switch over to Geodude if it comes in on a Hypnosis, but that's not the greatest thing either. I think it's like Gyarados, we attack drop. Probably will Fake Out, but that's fine because we're switching in. We try to Bite, and it could Facade for some damage. Or it could Hypnosis. I wonder if it's important, actually, to have Gyarados get damage off. Because if I put on a Chesto Berry, I can guarantee some damage. But also, I don't know if that like matters too much. Go over to Geodude on like a Facade. Yeah, I think I need the Chesto Berry because I can do Bulldoze. If I drop your speed by 1, it brings you to 39. I don't think Gyarados does outspeed at that point. Okay. Yeah, we'll do leftovers. Okay. So we eventually take Perugly out. Let's assume... I mean, it'll either be Monferno or Geodude. Which, if it's Geodude that's out, then when the Yanma comes in, it's going to go for Silver Wind. But we can go to Monferno. Flame Wheel. Oh, wait, if we Muscle Band this, would this guarantee the kill on... Oh, but Air Cutter is doing a crap ton of damage. Never mind, we can't do that. Silver Wind, Sonic Boom, it can't crit. Silverwind Omni Boost would be terrifying. Can we go into Gyarados? We can, and then we can bounce. So we either do that or we go to Charmeleon and just use Ember / Dragon Rage. Okay. All right. Seems good enough to me. Let's give it a shot. All right. So, we are bringing Bruno Mars, Pachirisu, none of these guys. Let's do a quick deposit drop here. We are bringing Kendrick Lamar. We are bringing Bon Iver. We are bringing Skrillex. And we are bringing Janis Joplin. And we are going to give some items here. We're leading with Alex Turner. And we are going to give you the magnet. Probably next that will come out, we have Bronzor, so we were thinking of going to Kendrick Lamar. We'll give Kendrick Lamar a Chesto Berry. Great. Bruno Mars. Well, Bon Iver, we're gonna give leftovers. Janis Joplin, we are giving a Chesto Berry. Skrillex. Who do I have Skrillex for? Potentially Zubat. So, Person Berry. Do I have Person Berries? I don't. Could do Muscle Band. I guess I could also do a Chesto Berry. Let's do leftovers. So I think Bruno Mars is the only one that... And Bruno Mars... We're gonna be bringing you in for fast KOs. So if you're up against this Perugly, what makes the most sense? If we only get one speed drop and we're in a position where we want to... Wish I had a Chillin' Berry. Does Muscle Band make sense for you? Barely. What if we have to use you against the Bronzor for some reason? I'm really just bringing this Monferno just for this Perugly. I guess I could do leftovers? No, actually, I think we do Chesto Berry, come to think of it. A lot of Chesto Berries, but... Alright. So... Yeah, we have... Where are the items? Oh, it's right there. Magnet. Chesto Berry, leftovers, Chesto Berry. Yep, great. All right, awesome. We are ready to go. All things considered. Oh, shoot. Interesting. All right. All right. The calm before the storm. First, galactic boss battle. Is that right? Yeah, I guess it is. A notorious Renender in Vanilla Platinum, let alone Renegade Platinum. We save one more time, for good measure. All right. I'm just gonna, that's all good to go. I'll just have this, I'll have the calculations up just to make sure we're all squared away. All right. All right, Commander Mars, let's do this. All right. Commander Mars leads with Zubat. We're leading with the one and only Alex Turner. Alex Turner is holding a magnet. So with the magnet, Charge Beam can guarantee a one-hit KO on Zubat. The only problem, not problem, but the only thing to keep in mind is that Charge Beam has 90% accuracy. So there technically is a chance that Charge Beam can miss. But we're going to manifest that it doesn't. Good job, Alex Turner. Clutch. That was the only thing we had to worry about with taking out the Zubat in one hit, was if it could miss. But Alex Turner, first battle of the run, also getting a special attack boost. Let's go, Alex Turner. Clutching up from the get-go. Bronzor makes sense. This Bronzor has Hypnosis, Extrasensory, Gyro Ball, and Confuse Ray. My guess is that it's pretty likely to go for one of the status moves. Alex Turner definitely outspeeds, and especially with a special attack boost, which let me add that real quick. Yeah, okay. I think we're safe to stay in and just get off some damage on this Bronzor to start. You beast, and Bronzor misses. Do we stay in? I don't need Alex Turner for the rest of this fight, except maybe for the Yanma. Maybe it's worth making sure that Alex Turner is healthy, or at least not asleep. How much damage are you doing to this Bronzor now? Okay. It would not be great to have Alex Turner be asleep if I need to use it for the Yanma. Because Yanma can't crit kill. Unless you get an Omni boost from Silverwind, you can't crit kill. I could switch over to... Actually... Yeah. Okay. I can switch over to Kendrick Lamar and use Dragon Rage, and I think that'll be enough for the KO against the Bronzor. The Charge Beam just now... Let me just look at this real quick. Oh, not that. The Charge Beam just now probably did about 18 damage. 53 minus 18 equals 35. It's 39. Oh, okay. So even if you did 16 damage, you're at 37 HP. Even if it low rolled, even if Charge Beam low rolled just now, Bronzor would be at 37 HP. A Dragon Rage from Kendrick Lamar does 39.75 damage. So we can guarantee the KO. Bronzor could Hypnosis here, but the convenient thing is that Kendrick Lamar is holding a Chestaberry. It's not convenient if I plan for it, but he is holding a Chestaberry. So we're going to switch over to him. The reason is that if we get Hypnosised by Bronzor, I don't want to have Pachirisu be asleep in case we need to use it for the Yanma, which could get pretty scary pretty quickly. Bronzor just goes for Extra Sensory instead. That's fine. So we'll just go ahead and take the KO with a Dragon Rage. Boom. Great. This is probably going to bring in Perugly. Yep. Probably going to go for Fake Out, but could also go for Facade, and if Facade crits, then Kendrick Lamar is definitely dead. So we're going to go over to Bon Iver, the Gyarados. I'm doing soft level caps for bosses, but they are soft, so I allowed Bon Iver to evolve into a Gyarados at level 20. We get the attack drop. You do go for Fake Out. Okay. No crit. We have leftovers. This Perugly is faster than Bon Iver, but I want to try to... It can't really do a ton of damage to us, especially at -1 attack, but I do want to try to get some damage off on this if I can, so we'll just go for a Bite. Yeah, okay. I more or less expected that. We can pretty easily, though... We could stay in and still try to get damage off. You know, let's do that, actually. There's not much harm in staying in right now. Let's see how much damage this does. 7, okay. Facade crit at most does 45 damage, so we're still safe here. Can stay on one more turn. 45 high roll crit Facade. We're still safe. Okay. We do wake up. So the only issue here is that Perugly could go for Hypnosis, but it also could go for Facade, which if it crits, it'll kill Bon Iver. I almost want to... I think I want to go to Skrillex, actually. Because if Skrillex gets Hypnosised, then that's honestly fine, which would actually be preferable because then it wouldn't go for Hypnosis when I switch over to Geodude. And it would be going for either Facade or a Feint Attack. But even if it's just going for one of those moves against Geodude, then that's fine. Because if I go to Janis Joplin now, then if the Perugly Hypnosis is... I do have a Chesto Berry, but then on the next turn it could easily just do another Hypnosis, and I kind of need to get Bulldoze off. So let's just go over to Skrillex for now. But a Facade crit can technically kill is the thing. No, it can't. No, never mind. I'm already looking at crit damage. It does 50% at most with a crit. Feint Attack, crit, can kill Beldum here. So we're gonna, this is where we switch over, nope, we're not, oh, shoot. Okay, so this is where we switch over to Janis Joplin. Don't Hypnosis. That's fine. That's great. Okay. Geodude is safe to crits from either Facade or Feint Attack. If you go for Hypnosis here, that's fine. But we're going to go for Bulldoze to lower the speed. That's the best case scenario. Best case scenario is a Hypnosis miss. Great. Okay. We need 2 speed drops in order to outspeed the Perugly with Monferno, if that's something that we need to do. Could Brick Brick kill from this range? It can't. It can't kill quite yet, so we might as well just go for another Bulldoze. That was definitely possible. Please don't tell me you get speed boost. You don't. Okay. So... yeah, I think it just saw that Yanma was able to... was immune to the Bulldoze, so that made it possible. Silverwind crit definitely kills. So I think in this case... we could go to Boniver, who really doesn't take that much from it. And then just go for Bounce, even though like I have a bad feeling that that won't go over so well. But it takes very little damage from Yanma that I feel like it would be fine. Alright, so let's go over to Boniver. Boniver is safe to Silverwind crit. Attack drop doesn't really mean anything. Please don't get an Omni Boost. That's a speed boost? Okay, thank God. That terrified me for a second. So this Yanma is definitely outspeeding. Are we safe to Air Cutter crit? 27 HP at most. Yeah, we're fine. So I think we're safe to... I think we can go for a Bounce here. Oh, you missed Sonic Boom. Interesting. Okay. Bounce is actually also helpful here with Leftovers because it gives us another turn to recover some HP. Oh, right. Detect. Silly me. Okay. Well, now it's just like definitely outspeeding my whole team. So that's fine. You're just going to keep going for Air Cutter, I think, so let's just try to go for a Bite. Okay. If we went to Pachirisu... Where are you? If we went to Pachirisu on a Sonic Boom and then Silverwind, how much does Silverwind crit do? Silverwind crit would do at most 33 damage. So actually, if we came in on a Sonic Boom and then a Silverwind crit, that would be fine. And even if you get a +1 to your defense because of the Omni Boost, Spark still doesn't KO. What about special defense if you get +1 there? It's risky. No, it's actually pretty risky. Okay. Go back to Gyarados. Air Cutter crit does at most 27 HP. Okay. I think we can go for another bite here. Oh, but it could see KO as Silverwind, can't it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, we're still safe to Silverwind. Okay. I think we go over to Alex Turner here. This is where it's helpful that Alex Turner is not asleep. That's fine. Silverwind crit against Pachirisu. And we might as well look at Air Cutter crit. Silverwind crit does at most 33 HP, so we are safe here. Do we kill with Quick Attack, actually? It didn't heal, so we might as well just actually try for 2 Quick Attacks. No? Or at least 1 Quick Attack? Because it's definitely outspeeding. We might as well do that, right? Okay. So now we just Quick Attack KO. It doesn't have priority. It could detect, but that doesn't matter. Let's do that. It was worth the shot to just try for a Quick Attack crit or high roll or something. So, all right. That takes care of the Anima. Now we're back to the ace, per ugly. Okay. So I'm assuming that per ugly here kind of just sees KO with anything. It could very easily go for Fake Out. Very easily. Geodude, is your Chesto Berry still intact? It also doesn't, it's not great that, maybe I go to Skrillex. Yeah, I think I go to Skrillex here. I could go for Feint Attack, though. It's a thing. It really stinks that the attack drops didn't, or the speed drops. The speed is reset. Maybe we just go to... the switching out really, like, threw a wrench into things. If it Feint Attack crits, it'll do 57%. That's not enough to KO Janis Joplin. But then it can easily just, like, KO after that. Alright, we could also risk Monferno. We could try to go to Skrill... I mean, if we go to Skrillex here, but if it crits the Feint Attack, then it's just dead, and that would suck. But also, if we bring in Janis Joplin... Let's say we bring in Janis Joplin, the Geodude, on a Fake Out, right? It'll do at most 6 damage, maybe 12 or 13. If it does a Fake Out crit, then that would bring it to 24 HP, which then, let's just assume all crits here. Can't kill with a Facade crit. But it can kill with a Feint Attack crit. But that's also assuming that it gets the Fake Out crit. So if it doesn't get the fake out crit, it only does 6 damage down to 31 HP. Feint attack crit doesn't kill. Okay, yeah, we're gonna switch over to Janis Joplin here. If it crits a fake out, or if it crits this move, period, then might have to switch over to Skrillex and then Bruno Mars, or switch over to someone else to get Bruno Mars in. We might be risking someone here. We just have to see what happens here. Ideally, it's fake out, no crit. Yes. Perfect. Great. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Does it make sense at all to bulldoze here? Yes, it does, because it could go for hypnosis. Okay, feint attack comes out. Okay. Oh, it has Citrus Berry, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Okay. So now it could easily go for... So feint attack crit kills. Facade crit kills. Is it more likely to... It's more likely to go for feint attack. There's a very slim chance that it could go for Facade, but it's very likely to go to feint attack, which then we could go over to Monferno and try to take the KO. But I would also love another speed drop on this Perugly, because right now the Perugly still outspeeds the Monferno, which sucks. It's a fast cat. Could also risk Janis Joplin. Could risk the crit. If Janis Joplin goes down, then I can bring in Bruno Mars, and that would still be risking him. It might be worth the risk. I could also go to Skrillex, but a crit kills there. What happens if I go to Kendrick Lamar? Feint attack. Feint attack crit doesn't kill, but it would if it got just a regular feint attack and then... Yeah, it could kill with a regular feint attack and then a feint attack crit, or just Facade, and it definitely outspeeds. Never mind. Okay. Slash like a normal Facade would even do a ton of damage, so never mind. That won't work. Interestingly, the Charmeleon is speed tied with the Perugly. I think we risk Janis Joplin here. Just pray for no crit. Right, because feint attack does 13 damage. Facade does 11 damage. Alright. There is a chance that we lose Janis Joplin here, but I think we have to try it. Let's go. Okay. 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 We are speed dropped twice. This could easily go for Facade. So we have to be careful here. Who can we go into safely? I just need to be able to guarantee feint attack is all I really need to do. Which might be easier said than done. I could go to Bruno Mars now and then take it out with a Mach Punch, but if Perugly is going for Facade, and if Facade crits, then we could lose Monferno, which would really, really suck. Bon Iver is really low health. I shouldn't have kept it out as long as I did. Yeah, I could easily die to Facade or feint attack, especially with a crit. If Perugly was going for Feint Attack, we could easily go to Bruno Mars, but it could be going for Facade. I need to be able to bait. How important is it that I keep Janis Joplin around? I feel like I don't need to sack here. But I could go to Beldum on what might be a Facade, but then definitely bait the Feint Attack. Also, Beldum is safe to a non-crit Feint Attack, but that's obviously not anything guaranteed. Feint Attack, crit. Even a low roll crit will kill Beldum is what sucks. I could just risk Bruno Mars here. Facade crit has a pretty decent chance to KO. This is kind of a question of like, who do I risk here? I feel like the smart thing would be just to sack Janis Joplin here, because then we can easily bring in Bruno Mars and just KO. The alternative is to go to Bruno Mars. We could go to Bruno Mars, risk a Facade crit. If it Facade crits, then Bruno Mars is dead, most likely anyway. We go to Skrillex, and if Feint attacks, then a Feint attack crit will kill Skrillex. Yeah, oh man, I think that... yeah, so the situation is that if I bring in Bon Iver, none of my Pokemon are safe to a critical hit, Facade, or Feint Attack. Like, nothing can take either of them as a critical hit and be safe. Or, like, if it was Facade, for example, Skrillex would be fine even if it's a crit, but if it's a Feint Attack, then it's dead if it crits. I feel like these 5 are not worth risking to a critical hit death from Perugly. Whereas with Janis Joplin, the Geodude, it would just be a risk with these other ones. With Janis Joplin, that would definitely be sacking, but then I could bring in Bruno Mars and kill. I guess there's a chance Perugly could heal, but I doubt it. But I think it makes the most sense just to sack Janis Joplin, not risk any of these other Mons, because this will be a Charizard, this will be Infernape, which I really want to use. Gyarados, Metagross is really good. This is my only electric type. It sucks, but I just don't think that anyone else's life is worth risking. So, Janis Joplin, I'm sorry that you're going down this early, but thank you for your service. Thank you for your contribution to this fight, and I'm so sorry, but this is what has to be done. See you later, Janis Joplin. With that, we go to Bruno Mars, who, without a doubt, outspeeds this Perugly. So that was a Facade, so theoretically we could have gone to Beldum, but there was no way to know that. It easily could have gone for Feint Attack. And that would have crit killed Alex Turner or Bon Iver even, so I know it sucks, but I'd rather a Geodude death rather than any of these other Mons, so I'm just double checking here that there's no accuracy drop here. Nope, okay. So low kick here will kill the Perugly. And that's Mars. Comes at the price of a death, but I'd rather that than any of the other members of our team, so I'm sorry, Janis Joplin. But at least it was just that death. Really wouldn't have wanted to miss out on a potential Infernape or Metagross, or future Gyarados, or yeah. I'm sure we can find something similar to Geodude at some other point. Slash, we have the Beldum in terms of it being a physically defensive tank. But c'est la vie. All right. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Janis Joplin. What are you gonna do? Oh, well, let's just get a well-rounded team here for any and all instances. I wonder if Kendrick Lamar is actually better to... You're actually faster. I mean, I guess with the fighting type from Monferno, that's good to have. And then let's... I like Rosalia. I also kind of like Livingston here, though. Oh, wow, your special attack is still better. You're still just grass. You're not fairy yet. And I'm guessing you're still just grass. Yeah, you are. Okay. Although I like that you have the shell armor. What moves do you have? You have a pretty well-rounded moveset. Let's bring you. Gyarados is good to have. And then who else to round out the team? Maybe Zubat? Yeah, I feel like you're pretty good. Yeah, that feels good. Right? We have 3 immunities. Is there anyone else I should consider here? Nah. Alright. Heal up. You two have leftovers already. I almost kind of want to see if we could get one more leftovers. But we need the Eevee, right? I would love one more leftovers, just to slap on the leftovers to everyone in my party. Could also just have an alternate way of doing this. just for full transparency, I went ahead and gave myself another leftovers, as we clearly can see that they are very farmable. So I now have 6 leftovers. All right, sick. So that means that we can then head up this way. Do I have I have some repels, right? I do. Should I get more? Probably. No super repels yet? No. All right, that will do. Okay. I know that we have a fight against what's her name, Shell? Or yeah, whoever is in the Eterna Forest that you normally team up with. Bulk up, nice. Whoever is in Eterna Forest, she oh, thank God. I thought that was going to be an arena trap situation. Shieldin. Boom. Numal. Low kick. Ooh. Okay. We have to fight her, so we'll just see what she has going on. But just to sort of avoid any other arena trap shenanigans. Oh, you know what we can also do is give a water pulse TM to Bon Iver, just in case we need a good old water move. Probably didn't need flail actually, but oh well. What's down there? Oh, fudge. Okay. I guess we're collecting some money. Destiny Knot. What are you again? Becomes infatuated. The foe does too. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, fudge. Chikorita. Bye. Bye-bye. Level cap is 26, just to remember, just to keep in mind. Repel. Word. Okay. I think in here is a rest stop. Great. I don't want to fight her yet. All right, cool. So we can just like take a look over. Maybe our current team will work, but for what's her name? Trainers. Let's go to Turner Force. Cheryl. That's her name. Yeah, Cheryl. Let's look up Cheryl in the damage calc. There we go. Cheryl has a Drifloon, Makuhita, Whelmer, Chansey. Where's the Whelmer? Weird. Okay. I have the dock here with the Whelmer, so that's fine. Okay, so Cheryl leads with a Drifloon. I guess I should load up my Pokemon into here. So we have, oh yeah. So we have this Drifloon, right? Do we outspeed? Yeah, you also really can't do much to our Gyarados here. Lol. If we do Muscle Band, does that guarantee the KO? Not really. Okay, so it doesn't even really matter. Shockwave can't crit kill us. It can't paralyze. So yeah, it's scary because it's Shockwave, but whatever. We kill it with 2 bites. Probably would bring out Chansey with Thunderbolt. But can we just bring in Monferno on that? And then, like, we'll just have the, what do you call it? The Cherry Berry. A Thunderbolt into a crit would not be great, though. Why are you not that good, Monferno? Maybe I shouldn't have saved your life. But you might be like one of my only answers. What's Beldum like here? Are you faster? You're definitely not faster. You don't really do much of anything either. Damn. This Chansey is like, I mean, because I could, like, Cherry Berry, so if it Thunderbolts and we paralyze, then whatever, we just go for Low Kick. But if it does that and then does Hyper Voice, if one of the Thunderbolt or Hyper Voice crits, then Monferno is dead. What's Grotto like here? Oh, Grotto actually might be a... No, because you have Ice Beam. But you can't crit. So maybe that doesn't matter. You could freeze, which would suck. Could just throw in a Cherry Berry. Could Bulldoze, and then that would make you slower, I believe. Yeah. And then Ice Beam. Could Bulldoze into another Bulldoze. Well, we could only really just like stay in for the 1 turn and get off the Bulldoze. So does that help at all? Yeah, actually it could, because then we could switch over to Monferno on an Ice Beam, I guess. Or even Hyper Voice and then Low Kick for the KO. But an Ice Beam freeze would definitely suck. Where's this Whelmer, though? It's a little concerning that the Whelmer's not in this calc. You have Rollout, Jesus Christ. I don't mind this, though. And then Makuhita could actually be taken care of by Zubat here. It's not that bad. We could just throw on a leftovers for a Zubat and just do some wing attacks. That works pretty well. So I'd rather not have to rely on Grotle, but we can if we need to. I want to use it for the Wailmer is the thing. So do I have another way of dealing with this Chansey? No, we don't have Geodude anymore, right? Beldum actually doesn't do that bad into Chansey here. So that's another possibility. Yeah, okay. Well, so what happens? It's like the Drifloon is out. We just take it out with like 2 bites from Gyarados. It's going to get some leftovers recovery. That's going to bring out Chansey, going for Thunderbolt. So we would switch to... I mean, could we switch to Beldum and just like get some damage off even? This is where our Geodude would come in handy, though. We just try to get damage off on it. If we can get, like, you know... Because we can always just switch in Monferno. 67%. So if we can get, like, a high roll on Iron Head, or if we just get 2 attacks off, really, then we can switch over to Monferno. Yeah, okay. And we'll do Cherry Berry on you. That would then probably bring in Wailmer, but I think we can just like go over to you. Slash, I guess we could use Pachirisu if we needed to. And then there's the Zubat. So that would ease up everyone in our party. Is there another way of dealing with the Makuhita? I guess Gyarados. Oh, yeah, you really can't do anything to... I mean, if the Drifloon gets a crit on the Shockwave, I guess that would suck, but... I almost feel like... having extra coverage with Rosalia would be better. Yeah, I like that. So we'll get rid of... put Zubat in the box, I think. And we'll bring Rosalia. Okay, that feels good to me. All right. We ball. All right, so we're going to go back safely. And we're going to lead with Bon Iver, with leftovers. Oh, I forgot to update the... death counter. 2 deaths. All right, cool. So Bon Iver, and then goes Chansey, which we would go to Skrillex with leftovers. Right, and then we would probably have to go over to Bruno Mars, but we're gonna give you a Cherry Berry. And then we have Alex Turner for both Whalmer and Drifloon, I guess, just in case, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. I guess I could put a Cherry Berry on Joni Mitchell. Actually, no, let's not worry about that. Let's give you a Cherry Berry, though, come to think of it. So we have leftovers, leftovers, cherry, leftovers, leftovers, cherry. Great. That works for me. And my main way of dealing with the Whalmer is Joni Mitchell, probably primarily, but we also have Rosalia, and then I guess Alex Turner. And does Rosalia have a status move that could come in handy? Sleep Powder, yeah, okay. Gotta remember it repels in the Eterna Forest too, so that we don't we don't bump into a double situation where Cheryl accidentally kills a Pokemon. All right. All right. So in this game, Cheryl, so in the regular vanilla Platinum, Cheryl would just follow you through the forest, and that still happens here, but in Renegade Platinum, you have to fight Cheryl before she joins you, and you keep going in Eterna Forest. And that's the same for Riley and Mira and anyone else in the game where you would buddy up with them. You have to fight them first. So I've come up with a plan for Cheryl here, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah. She's going to lead with a Drifloon. Yep, 4 Pokemon. There's one of them that wasn't in the calc. That wasn't in the online calc, but and that's Whalmer. But we will make do. I have a pretty good plan for the Whalmer. But this Drifloon, it does have Shockwave, but even a crit doesn't kill. So since we outspeed, we're able to just bite twice and take it out. There's the Shockwave. We also have leftovers for some passive recovery. Yeah. See, it doesn't even really do enough damage to do anything meaningful against Bon Iver here. So we'll just go for another bite. Use a Super Potion. I don't care about that. By all means. Chansey has Thunderbolt, but for Chansey, we can just go over to, I'm gonna start off by going to Skrillex here, just to see how much damage we can get off. The Chansey really can't do that much to Skrillex. There is a chance for paralysis here, which would be annoying, but not the end of the world. Great, okay. Not doing that much damage. We have leftovers so that, you know, we'll be just fine, no matter how much damage it does, really. We'll have a few turns just to... I would ideally like to get 2 Iron Heads off on this Chansey. If we can do that, then we're golden. Okay. Perfect. Great. We're looking great. So, at this point, Chansey should still be going for Thunderbolt. So we're going to go to Bruno Mars, who's holding a Cherry Berry, just in case it paralyzes. But no matter what, we'll be able to outspeed in the next turn and low kick it to death. All right, there's the paralysis. But we came prepared for that. And we low kick. Bye-bye, Chansey. This is probably going to bring in Whalmer. I would love for it to not go for rollout right now. And just to go for a regular roll, stab, water move against the fire type. Go to Joni Mitchell. There is the chance for confusion too, which would be annoying. Great. Good job, Joni. So here... Let me check something. Oh, I don't have the Whalmer's not in the... So annoying. Alright. Let's just... Bullet Seed here. Oh, right, miss. I was thinking about going for Bulldoze to lower the speed, which would have been fine in this case since the mist came before the Bulldoze, but... Technically, we could one-shot this. Or not. Well, at least one more will do the job. I don't think this Whalmer... It could confuse us, and then that would be annoying, but if it doesn't, then we're golden. Great. Good job. Good job, Joni. This then brings in Makuhita. Which I really don't think that this Makuhita can do much of anything to us anyway. No, it can't. We actually could just, like, stay in and chill. Get some damage off. Can easily switch over to someone else. Oh, you would Bolt Seed. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. How much can Brick Break crit do here? Not enough. Oh, no. Never mind. What am I talking about? We can't... It can't crit. We're totally chilling. Totally chilling. Pretty decent damage. 18. That was a high roll. Nice. Do you heal here? No. Okay, we're good. Golden. Okay, great. Easy enough. So now we'll travel with Cheryl. I don't know how to feel about having two grass types on my team just for some general coverage, so I might go back and drop someone off, but... Gonna go with Shell, but probably gonna go back and... Oh yeah, she heals. Right. Okay. I mean, can we like just take a look real quick at what we're looking at here? Buniri, Meryl... Oh, okay, it's not a ton of trainers. We might be okay. I feel like another fire type would actually be kind of helpful here. Although there's also Meryl and Surskit, for example. Yeah, I kind of feel like having a fire type would not be the worst thing. I don't know if Alex Turner really does anything in this forest. Yeah, I think we could afford to drop off Alex Turner here. I'll come back, don't worry. We're still... Yeah, okay. Oh, bugger. Sick. Man. Guys, this game is easy. Just get a Gyarados. Yeah, so we're gonna just drop off Alex Turner here. And we're gonna grab Charmeleon. Kendrick Lamar. Pachirisu, I'm like loving you already. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, can we, I'll give that to Rosalia. We'll just do a quick little rare candy to Joni. Actually, we can bring everyone to at least 20, come to think of it. So we'll get through, ooh, we get Metang. That is sick. Great, 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 great. Okay, that actually, probably could have done that for the, well, should have done that for, the Mars fight, come to think of it. Should have double checked that. But also the Cheryl fight. Oh well, what are you gonna do? So I think we're looking good here. What levels are we looking at for? Oh, that's all up to level 20, so we're good. In the Eterna Forest is what I'm talking about. So the plan is I'm gonna just clear through Eterna Forest with Cheryl and not run into any wild Pokemon. And then go back into Eterna Forest when I can go just by myself and get our encounter in Eterna Forest. Capiche? Oh, we get a Leaf Stone here, I think? Yeah, nice. Cool. Got a Leaf Stone at the Mossy Rock. I think we can easily dodge these guys. Paralyze Heal. Even better. These look like Psychics. Psychic Lindsay and Psychic Elijah. Slowpoke and Spoink to start. I don't have any Dark types. Maybe Skrillex is good here. Drowsy, Execute, not to. Yeah, looks like Skrillex does really well into this double battle, aside from a Baltoy, which we have Joni and Bon Iver for, so. Ooh, a little switch there. Baltoy. All right. Yeah, let's go to Bon Iver. I didn't heal Bounce. Whoops. Let's go for Baltoy. Good job. I feel like Execute is going to be more annoying here. Yeah, cool. And then we'll get rid of the Drowsy. Boom. Nice and easy. What is it? Dragon Rage? Oh, yeah. Don't mind if I do. All right. Yeah, we don't want to run into any wild Pokemon yet. Can I just dodge everyone here? Are we looking good? Might be at the end. Oh, we are. Look at that. Great. Oh, yeah, there's also the old chateau as well. But don't want to run into anything yet while we have Cheryl. Cool. And then I think she gives us something here. Oh, yeah, she gives us return. That's really nice. Okay. Cool. So we made it to the top of Route 205 here. And then that will bring us to... Oh, actually, I think we have an item somewhere here. We already got our Route 205 encounter, even though this is the north part, technically. I thought there was like a... Oh, yeah, it's down here. It's a water stone? Yeah, we got the water stone, baby. Cool. So then that puts us in Eterna City. Beautiful. So, awesome. So I think we could just take a look at what we got going on for... I know that in the old chateau, you can get the Rotom, which I would definitely like to get. And then we can see what we got going on for the Eterna Forest. So let's switch over to web view for a second. Encounters. Go over Eterna Forest. So Eterna Forest, we can get... Let me make sure I have this here. Yeah, okay. Eterna Forest, we can get Baneri, Shroomish, Paris, Slackoth, Nincada, Tailo, Murkrow, Mischievous. I would feel pretty happy with any of those. Probably wouldn't prefer Nincada or Slackoth as much. I would obviously love a Shroomish, but Baneri I think is actually pretty good because Lopunny is a normal fighting type, kind of like its Mega, so that'd be cool. Murkrow or Mischievous would be sick. Tailo with Guts would be insane, which reminds me I have to get the Facade TM in Jubilife City, but I'll go back for that. Yeah, so... Okay, so let's just bring a team that is good for all of this. I don't think that grass types are affected by spore moves in this game. Like, or they are, rather. Like, they can be paralyzed or poisoned or whatever. So if we have something like Sleep Powder here, then that could work well. I feel like having fire types is good. Murkrow and Mischievous. Skrillex might not like that so much, but Skrillex would be good for, like, the grass types and flying type. But what would be good for Murkrow and Mischievous, just in case I think having Gyarados is good. But let's just see if there's someone else that can withstand, like, some Ghost Dark action, you know? I guess we could bring a normal type. Could do that. So some Makuhita. I guess we also have Monferno, come to think of it. No, but actually... That's not so good for the Murkrow if it has a flying move. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we bring Furret here? Why not? Can replace Groudon? Let's get rid of Monferno. Give leftovers to everyone. And I want to make sure that we, oh, hi. Bro, I don't really care for this right now. I just really want to get the Rotom and whatever we get in Eterna Forest. That's great. Thanks. So I also want to... Oh, right. Cynthia also gives us an egg here, I believe. And gives us the Togepi. Oh, you give us the HM... Do you give us the egg, too? Or is that... I think that's like a thing in the bike shop here. Oh, maybe that's after, like, the whole Eterna Galactic Building stuff. Alright. So we have... Oh, I was just trying to look for the... Where's the mart, huh? Where's the guy go to get some balls? Great. All right. Let's go catch some encounters, shall we? All right. So first we have Eterna Forest, Baniri, Shroomish, Paris, Slackoth, Ninkata, Talo, Murkrow, Mischievous. Might as well bring Dua Lipa up to level 20 here. Let's see what we get. Eterna Forest encounter is... Oh, it is a good day. It is a good day. Breloom is my favorite Pokemon. So this is amazing. Okay. So let's do a little research here, right? Because I'm not trying to screw this up. This is no Elekid, you know what I mean? Shroomish, level 15. I just want to make sure that we can't accidentally kill it with something like Magical Leaf, which it looks like even a crit wouldn't kill. Magical Leaf is a special move, so even if it was minus special defense nature, minus... I know that's plus special defense. I wanted minus... Where are you? Any minus... Oh, yeah, there you are. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're safe here. So... I think we can just do some damage here. What do you have too? Would be another good thing to look up. Encounters. I can't believe we got Shroomish. I can't believe it. Holy cow. All right. You're at level 15. You have Bullet Seed, Leech Seed, Mega Drain, Tackle. Okay, that's all pretty manageable. You know what? I want to crank on the regular music here for this. This is a very important moment. Okay, we're gonna Magical Leaf. We can't crit kill this. Good. Okay. Could that into a crit kill? 61%. I'm not really willing to take that risk. We can go for Mega Drain here, which I think... Yeah, we're still safe there. Even if this crits, it's fine. Great. That works for me. That works for me. Holy cow, we got Shroomish. Well, we're gonna get Shroomish, so let's not speak too soon. But I mean, it came up as the encounter. That is insane. Oh my god. I was thinking like it would be awesome to get Shroomish, but you know, there are so many Pokemon here, but lo and behold. Let's try Sleep Powder here. Yeah. Alright, Shroomish. Come on over. Come on over. You are very welcome here. Let's go, Shroomish. Let's go! We got Shroomish. We have Breloom. Literally the mascot of the channel. Let's go. The mushroom Pokemon. It spouts poison spores from the top of its head. These spores cause pain all over if inhaled. Hell yeah. Alright, so I was thinking, you know, as far as nicknames go, I definitely want to give it to one of my all-time favorite artists. So I have already one idea of who it could be, but I want to just like kind of take a look through my artist just to make sure there isn't someone else that I would want to name it instead. Oh, no, you know what? You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so, there's an artist named Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness. There's an artist named Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness, and he was also the frontman of one of my all-time favorite bands, Something Corporate, growing up, and Jack's Mannequin. But he's been a consistent figure in my life, a consistent musician and artist and person in my life, and seeing as to how he's one of my all-time favorite musicians, I want to call him Andrew McMahon. We're gonna have to do a McMahon sort of situation, so we can just call him McMahon. If that would be easier. Maybe we could just call him McMahon. Yeah, maybe that's cleaner. We'll go with McMahon. The full name is Andrew McMahon, but I like the sound of McMahon. I spelled it right? Yeah. Andrew McMahon. Sick. Ooh, we got a Shroomish, man. I can't believe it. That's so sick. Alright, so let's take a look here at encounters for the old chateau. Where is the, I know that there is the Rotom in here. I want to say it's something like level 20. But I think as long as we have the 2 grass types, then we're fine. Yeah. I actually kind of wonder here, if there's a Rotom at level 20, how much HP do you have? 56. So we could do a Dragon Rage strat, actually. That's not the worst idea. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Nice and easy. All things considered. Maybe we'll do Kendrick Lamar. What does Rotom have at, like, let's look at the Rotom level up moveset. If you're at level 20, for example, you have Uproar, Ominous Wind, Double Team, Shockwave. Okay, so let's just look at that, for example. This might have to change a little bit, but... What else could you have? What else was it? Oh, Double Team. That would get annoying, but I just want to make sure that it doesn't crit kill Charmeleon. Oh god, that's bulky, man. But you're level 20. Okay, no, we're fine. Let's just bring everyone up here to like level 23. Fire Fang. Ooh. Yeah, I think we can get rid of Ember here. Flame Wheel? You get Flame Wheel? Wow. I mean, probably doesn't really make sense to get rid of Slam, but since it's low accuracy anyway and could help with steel types, I mean, why not? Sludge is sick. Ooh. Ooh. That's tough, though. I want to keep Leech Seed and Sleep Powder. That's tough. Although, I think we can get rid of Magical Leaf, honestly. I like keeping Mega Drain, but we'll keep Sludge. That's cool. Pursuit? We can get rid of Iron Defense. Need to get rid of that anyway. Mega Drain, yeah. Yeah. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe we don't need Bite. Actually, it could come in handy for... You probably get Crunch before we get to Fantina, but... I feel like I've been using Bullet Seed more than Razor Leaf, honestly. I'm willing to take that risk to not have Razor Leaf. Don't love the inaccuracy either. I can't believe we got Shroomish. That's so sick. Shadow Claw. All right. Sick. So, and we definitely have a Repel on. Yes, okay. I have this repel on right now because I specifically want Rotom in the old chateau. In this game, Rotom is able to change to its other forms in their respective types, so we can get wash form, heat form, all that. So due to the versatility, I think it would be a really good mon to have on the team. So we're gonna do that. Let's just go ahead and save because that never hurts to do. All right, let's do this. Come on out, Rotom. Let's go. Yep, level 20. All right, good. So we have the right moveset and everything. Since it's at level 20, actually, let's just check something here. Yeah, okay. Even if it had 0 HP IVs, it is safe to a Dragon Rage. Level 20, 0 HP IVs. We're good. Okay. We're good there. Perfect. Now we go over to Rosalia. We're going to sleep powder, and then we're going to throw some balls. I think it's just suck into Uproar for now. Oh, can I not sleep powder if it's in an Uproar right now? Oh, that's probably a thing, actually. I forgot about that. Yeah. It's making an Uproar. Okay. Shoot. All right. Well, if you're uproaring, well, we're at level 23. Uproar crit does... Ooh, it can kill Rosalia. I wish we had protect. All right. Well, we can temporarily go over to... but that kind of throws a wrench into this plan. Let's just go over to Joni Mitchell. So now I can't put it to sleep like I wanted to. It's not like we can bait certain moves either, is the thing. Alright, well, I guess we can't really do anything except throw some balls. Yeah. Alright, now you calm down. How much do I want to take a bet that it won't go for Uproar this time? You can't kill Joni Mitchell here. It would really suck if I came in on an Uproar and a crit and it killed Rosalia. Can you do much of anything to Skrillex? Actually, oh yeah, Ominous Wind would be very, very bad. Let's go. I really wish I could bring in Rosalia. Shoot. Should have had another way of being able to put this thing to sleep or do some sort of status condition. How about Bon Iver? What's it like having you in here? Shockwave crit absolutely kills. Damn. Huh. This is not the most fun position to be in. Try a Premier Ball? Thank God. Alright, it works for me. We get Rotom. we get Rotom. Ooh. I think I have a name for Rotom here. Tom Waits. Tom Waits, the Rotom. I'm glad that was easy enough. All right, we got 2 really solid encounters, and I think in the Eternal Galactic building is where you can get the you can change the Rotom forms. So, old Gateau item there. Oop. I don't really feel like running into anyone else here. Nothing here. Just check all the rooms, get items, substitute. I am gonna ban substitute in this game because the AI can be very thrown off by substitute and just not know that it's there, which therefore, since you can't obviously use status moves into substitute, it can just keep using status moves repeatedly, and it would just kind of more or less break the game, and I feel like giving myself a little bit more of a challenge than that. So I'm not going to be using setup for this run. Who are you? Very eerie in here. Rare candy, nice. Oh, thank God we just got that. I don't, no one in here fights, right? Spell tag, cool. All right, cool. So I think we're all squared away in here. Got the Rotom, got the Shroomish. Oh, could we get another encounter to whatever is to the east of Eterna City? I think we can. We'll probably do that and then call it a day. Yeah. Why don't we just pop over there and see what's going on? You know? Why don't we just do that? Oh, we gotta get the Thief TM once we clear through the Eternal Galactic building stuff as well. Route 211, yeah. So we're gonna wait on Mount Coronet for now because unless we could get the Feebas already, but encounters, we'll probably just do this and then call it a day. Route 211. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. Route 211 has Meditite, Machop, Swablu, Teddiursa, Natu, Chingling. Oh, but I think over to the... That's west. I think if there's east as well, that there are some other encounters. 211 east has a chance for a Bagon, which is very enticing. What do you have... Or what does west have that east doesn't? Meditite, Machop, Swablu, Teddiursa, Natu, Chingling. Oh, okay, so it's either Chingling in west or 211 in east. Could we access west right now, I wonder? Okay. Full restore here. How far can we go through Mount Coronet here? We get a Moonstone, nice. Because we could just try to go to 211 East. Rock Polish normally is good, but we're not using that. How can we go over to... Looks like we can. I don't want to get an encounter here yet because we can get the chance to have a Feebas, which we can guarantee. And I definitely want to get that so that we can get a Milotic. So we're not doing Mount Coronet quite yet. Unless we can access that now. Can we? Dragon Claw. I'll certainly take that, sure. Definitely don't want to encounter anything yet. So we can't go further through there. Nice, we got Dragon Claw at least. I love that music of that part of Mount Coronet music. It's so epic, especially when you're reaching the climax of the story. It's so freaking epic. All right, so I might as well see if we can. I mean, I guess if we can get a Feebas right now, that'd be sick. Oh, looks like we can. We also get the soft sand here. Nice. I mean, might as well, right? Key items. We have the old rod. Mount Coronet. Rods. Okay. So it doesn't matter the rod. And we definitely have a repel down right now. Yeah, okay. Cool. I don't think Feebas will really have much of anything that we have to worry about, so I might as well just try here. And also if we're using an old rod, then it should be relatively low leveled, so. Alright, so yeah. If you fish here in Mount Coronet, you can guarantee yourself a Feebas, so this should be Feebas. Great. Awesome. Milotic in this game is Water Fairy, which is an amazing typing, and I think it'll come really in handy for this run. So I'm very happy to add this to the team. I think we also have some dive balls, so... Beautiful. We have Milotic. We have Feebas. All right, that'll do it for that. An artist name. Who's a male artist that I can base this off of? You know, I can actually do we could go with Lord Huron here. I like the sound of Lord Huron for Milotic. All right, Lord Huron, the Milotic. Good stuff. I think, are there any more items here that we can get? I'm not going to venture too much into here. Prism scale, so we can immediately evolve into Milotic. Very nice. Light clay is good. Great. All right, let's just get whatever's here, and then we'll be on our way. What's in here? Never melt ice. Honestly, yeah, I'll take that. Aurora Beam's about to go crazy. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. You have to be up here to see Gardenia. Before you have to come up to the snow route to see her before you challenge her in her gym. But I think I'll just wait to do that until next time. For now, I kind of just want to go over to see what our last encounter over in 211 East is, and then we'll call it. Great. All right, made it to 211 East. So 211 East, I think we're good here to lead with Rosalia once again. Cool. Yeah, 211 East has the potential to have Bagon, whereas the alternative in Firestone, nice. The alternative in West would have been Shingling, so I think this is the more favorable encounter table. Everything else is the same, so might as well just try to get an encounter here. All right, so we just got to run out the Repel. And see what we get. I'll take it. Meditite is solid. It's a really good Pokemon. Medicham is really good. I will definitely take that. So, Meditite at level 19. Hidden Power, interesting. Force Palm, Faint, Endure. Okay. So let's just Sleep Powder. Cool. We can just try for a ball, right? Right? Great. Awesome. We have Meditite. Cool. Actually, I think I already have a name for this one. I like Maggie Rogers for this. Let's go with Maggie R, because I don't think Rogers will fit. Maggie Rogers. Or actually, let's do M Rogers. Cool. All right, awesome. That will do. So yeah, next time we're gonna venture up north to the snow route so that we can talk to Gardenia. Should I get whatever's over here? I don't think it's anything that crazy important. Oh, right. Saw Blue's Fairy. Cool. And the item here is Taunt. Actually, that could come in handy for Gardenia in particular. So, which, that's the thing, is that even though I could have risked Monferno's life in the Mars battle, Monferno is going to be very helpful for Gardenia in particular, so I think it was worth sacking Janis Joplin, unfortunately. All right, cool. So let's take a look at the encounters that we just got. The cool thing is that we'll be able to evolve Feebas right away. But first and foremost, the star of the day, Andrew McMahon, the Shroomish. Oh, man. An adamant-natured Shroomish. Okay. So I guess, like, not as much Mega Draining per se, but, like, you know, the punches are going to go hard for sure. Adamant Shroomish. Wow. All right, sick. Tom Waits the Rotom. Lonely kind of sucks, not going to lie, but that's okay. At least it's not minus special attack. Lonely's plus attack minus defense, but that's fine. Still really good Mon. Lonely, also not great for Feebas, but again, I guess not minus special attack. And Maggie Rogers, Jolly. Interesting. Speedy. Pure Power is really, really good, though. Okay. Jolly, Meditite, and Medicham. All right. Speedy Medicham. I'll take it. So next time, we'll have to go up north to the snow route above Mount Coronet in order to see Gardenia there. And we'll also be able to get an encounter there. But once we talk to Gardenia there, she'll come back down to Eterna City, and we'll be able to challenge the gym. So all Eterna City gym stuff is going to be in the next video. But I feel really good about everything that happened today. Really unfortunate to lose Janis Joplin, but given the exact scenario we were in, I think that was the best call. And yeah, I still feel really good about the progress today. So thank you so much for watching. And next time we will take on Gardenia. We'll be taking on the Eterna City Gym. So we'll see how that goes and if our team can pull through to get the job done. So thank you so much for watching. Bye. Oh. I'll have to see. Oh, but how long was I? Oh, man. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right, hold on a second. Oh, that sucks, though. Oh, man. So, I'm just realizing that I accidentally had my web view up for most of like my most recent gameplay, including when I was getting new encounters, and I forgot to switch it back over to this view. So I probably recorded a bunch of catching Pokemon while on this screen and not this screen. I'm really sorry about that. It was totally just an oversight on my part. So I don't have the footage of me catching these Pokemon, or at least I'm not entirely sure like what I got and what I didn't. But just to recap, I'm pretty sure I got this on camera, but I'm really, really sorry if I didn't. But we got Shroomish in Eterna Forest. We got Rotom in the Old Chateau. We got Feebas in Mount Coronet, which you can guarantee there if you fish there. It's the only encounter you can get in the water by fishing. And we got Maggie Rogers, the Meditite, on Route 211 East. I'm very, very sorry about not being on the right screen when I was catching these Pokemon. I'll make sure that doesn't happen again, but just so that you can see the receipts, Eterna Forest, Shroomish with Adamant Nature. Talmites, the Rotom, Old Chateau, Lonely, not that great. Lord Huron, Mount Coronet, Lonely, and Meditite 211, Jolly. So both Feebas and Rotom you can guarantee, because Rotom is a static encounter in Old Chateau. Feebas you can guarantee by fishing in Mount Coronet, and it's the only encounter you can get there. So those are both just 100% guaranteed. Meditite was pretty likely for 211, so that's what we caught there. And then Shroomish, there were a bunch of encounters. There are many different Pokemon we could have gotten, and we happened to get Shroomish, which is my favorite Pokemon, or Breloom is my favorite Pokemon, so that was lucky, but, you know, could have been anyone. Again, I'm really, really sorry about that. I hope that you'll forgive me. I'll make sure that it doesn't happen again. I'm glad at the very least that I didn't do that. Oop. I'm glad at the very least that I didn't do that during a gym leader battle, but it's something I'll be conscientious of moving forward. So yeah, that's everything we did after we got out of Eterna Forest and, you know, had all the Cheryl stuff, cleared through that, got these 4 encounters. Next time we will head up north to the snow route. That's where you have to see Gardenia before she comes back down to Eterna City, where you can challenge her. So we'll go up there, we'll talk to her, she comes down, we'll get an encounter while up there, and then come back down to Eterna City where we'll take her on. So in the next video, we will be challenging the Eterna gym. So thank you again so much for watching, as always, and I'm excited to keep this going. Thank you.